Sleepbox. Mikhail.
Hello, good morning. My name is Mikhail Krymov. I'm co-founder and CEO of Sleepbox. I believe in transformational power of travel. By meeting new cultures, by living through different experiences, we learn, we transform, we learn things about ourselves that would be impossible to learn digitally and virtually. The problem is that travel is not easy, and usually the hardest part is accommodation. As a traveler, I want my travel experiences to be as affordable, as simple, as frictionless as other services I'm already used to, like Uber, Zipcar, or WeWork. I know I want a lot of things, but I'm not the only one. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the hotel solution I was looking for. Several years ago, I had an idea of Sleepbox. Back then, I was running my architectural company in Moscow, building offices, micro-apartments, and hotels. And we made a prototype of Sleepbox. I moved to the US in 2015, met my co-founder, Peter Chambers. I had an MIT fellowship here. And Sleepbox became a technology and a smart micro-hotel concept. So what is Sleepbox? First, it is modular, standalone, plug-in hotel room. It is soundproof, it is private, it is charged with cool features like ambient light, privacy window tint that you change the opacity by just pressing a button, and Bluetooth speakers. Second, Sleepbox is a software platform. Using our app, guests can not only find and book the Sleepbox, they can also unlock the door, check in, check out, and control all the features of the room, changing light or temperature to their preference, and having the same repeatable experience in any Sleepbox in any part of the world. We also have developed our own hotel management system that supports hourly bookings and actually 15-minute increment bookings, and our maintenance flow, which I'll cover a little bit later. So together, hardware and software basically create a new model when we can convert existing spaces into hotels. And we made several alpha tests in Europe, and they were pretty successful rooms. People pay between $120, $180 per night for a Sleepbox, and rooms are booked months in advance. So, so what we now can do is basically bring hospitality and hotel service directly to users where they are and where they want to be. So today, we have two solutions I want to talk about. First one is for cities and the other one for airports. I'll start with our city hotel concept for urban explorers. The idea is very simple. We convert office spaces into hotels. 8,000 square feet office space can be converted into 50-room hotel with a budget less than $2 million and in less than 6 months, in perfect world in 3 months. And this hotel has common areas, has reception, has semi-private bathrooms. Target price per night is $100 for a user. And our goal is basically to create a hotel that is not a golden cage, but a vehicle for adventure. So we provide the space and best location and connect our guests directly to each other and to meaningful experiences in the area. That's why they travel. So this is the first solution, and we plan to scale up using franchise model. We work with interested franchisees from all over the world because we have a great inbound interest requests because people are really excited about how easy it's now to deliver and to launch new hotel rooms in perfect locations. The second solution I want to talk about, and the one we start with now, is hourly Sleepbox service in airports. So we think this is the best way to introduce the concept to travelers by providing them relief from the airport misery that is, unfortunately, an inherent part of travel experiences. We all deserve something better than sleeping on floors and chairs. These Sleepboxes are also, in the cities, are staffed 24/7 for maintenance, for security, for hospitality reasons. So we change sheets, clean the room after each use. It takes less than 5 minutes. And users still do everything on the phone. They book a room. They control the features. So that's basically like hotel room as a connected device. And today I'm proud to announce our launch in Washington, D.C. airport in a couple of weeks. In Terminal A, after security, you'll find 16 sleep boxes. So that would be our official launch, basically, of technology, of software, of app. It's now all basically in construction, in testing, to make sure that we have a good launch. And so I invite you all to stop by if you fly through Dallas, check a Sleepbox for a couple of hours, and let us know what you think. Thank you.
Thank you, Mikhail. Over to the Dragons.
So about your city hotel, do you guys have any specific requirement about the location?
So we're now looking for landmark locations, like Boston downtown, Chicago waterfront, like places where people want to be, and where it's hard to be, expensive to be, where the supply doesn't match the demand.
Harry, you said the target price was $100 per person per night. So for a couple traveling, that would be $200 for 2 sleep capsules.
So for a couple, we have for city hotels, we have units with queen size bed.
Okay.
So and that's like a little bit more than maybe 100, but it depends on the market. Like somewhere it's 70, somewhere it's like 120. It depends basically on the lease. And like in Boston downtown, average price is like $300. We basically, our goal is to give like price 2-3 times less than in the market. By the way, in the airport, it's like average price is $20, per hour, depending on the type of the room.
So if I see a price like that, and I think about your cleaning and housekeeping, how are you going to keep your sleep box from becoming a sex box? And are you okay with that?
So, I mean, in cities, we don't like...
Somebody had to say it.
Sure. And in cities, that's all right, actually. I mean, every hotel...
This is why I was hoping you would answer that way.
Sure.
Takes care of the marketing problem right there.
Exactly. It solves the marketing problem right there.
Yeah. I mean, frankly speaking, every hotel room is a sex box at some...
There we go. It took until 10:20. Now we're going.
But in airports, it's important like to provide security and like to prevent misuse, and that's why we staff 24/7. Like it's supervised, it's secure environment, and in airports we now launch with only single rooms and only one person is allowed in.
But what's the difference here between a yotel? I mean, I get that the concept is a little bit different, but from an economic standpoint, a value prop to an airport standpoint, how is it not just a yotel?
Or like a capsule hotel.
Yeah, or a capsule hotel.
Great questions. So let's start with yotel. We think that that's kind of the closest competitor, basically, because the appeal to the customer is pretty similar, and from customer's standpoint, they get the small room, tech-savvy, cool. The difference is that we have modular, scalable solutions. Yotel build the whole thing. Like it's like millions, like actually dozens of millions of investment to build like the 200-room hotel. We do that for like 1/10 of the cost, and that affects the whole like dynamics. With the capsules, I mean, capsules belong to a very different culture. They're not soundproof, they're not private, they're not full size, they're not they're modular, but you cannot install one or like two. They're not flexible, so it's like completely different animal. But what we can say that what we're doing now with Sleepbox is basically trying to like create and unlock a new niche between hostels and hotels and capsules.
It's like I feel like yesterday we were talking about Airbnb. Everybody wanted to stay in somebody's home. That was like the millennial thing to do. But you're like, hold my beer. Now we're just going to stay right under the Eiffel Tower in a little box.
Exactly.
Is this the next thing?
Exactly. Exactly.
You heard it here first at Phocuswright. Yeah. All right.
We'll leave it there.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mikhail.